What's up, man? Sean G, live in effect. Welcome to the podcast with Soul. I got confirmation from several sources that Puffy is out of MDC Brooklyn and that he is at Fort Dix in New Jersey, and he's already enrolled in the drug program. Shout out to Puff. I'm proud of Puffy, man. I'm happy that he is moved to prison because this is another step forward, right? We're not looking backward. She did this. Cassie ratted on me. I took care of Jane Doe, Cassie, all these people, they all worked for me, Mia, and then they got on the stand and pointed at me and got me in this mess, extorted me for 20. We're not looking back. That's done. That's done. Ain't nothing we can do to change it. What we're doing now is we are looking forward to our new life and looking to our new horizon, and we're working on our comeback. From what I understand from my sources, Puffy is already in the drug program, right? So right off the rip, currently in the BOP, the federal BOP, those of y'all know I did federal prison time. When I was in the feds, if you got into the drug program, which is Rdap, residential drug abuse program, you got 6 months halfway house automatic, and you got 1 year knocked off your sentence. From what I understand now, from sources of inmates inside Fort Dix, is that it's 2 years. 1 year halfway house, 1 year knocked off your sentence. So this is tremendous news for Puff. I'm glad he's there. He is gonna be fine. I got some sources from some niggas inside Fort Dix. They say he is gonna be cool. They already saw his name come up on the laundry joint to get his clothes and stuff ready, because they got to put your name on your uniform. He's going to health services now. The first day you get to federal prison, they send you to what is called health services. They check your blood pressure, they check your vitals, ask you all kind of medical questions just to make sure that you're fit to go onto the compound and be in general population. Puffy is in general population. He's not in segregation. With the drug program dudes, they stay in a separate unit building by themselves where all drug unit dudes stay. But when you go to breakfast main line, when you go to lunch main line, when you go to dinner main line, you go to main line with everybody on the compound. Puffy will have to get a job. They will give him a job. He will have to go to work every day on the compound in general population. But from what I understand with niggas that's on the inside, he's gonna be good. Dudes is already, letting them know, showing them love that, yo, you all right here, you good. So there's nothing to worry about that. If you hear any kind of stories other than that, it's not true. I never believed the story about the inmate with the knife to the neck. I never believed that because that wasn't the feeling I got from the letters that the inmates at MDC Brooklyn wrote for Puff for his sentencing. So this is great news. This is moving Puff one step closer to coming home. As I shared in the other video, his release date, as far as BOP is concerned, based upon the date he got sentenced, and I think the 85% or the 15% good time is factored in, his release date is May 8th, 2028. But with the drug program, He's eligible for halfway house after a year. He gets 1 year knocked off his sentence. So we come 5/8/28, knock a year off. 5/8/27. So then he's eligible for the halfway house within 1 year. So 6/8/26, he's eligible for the halfway house. By June and July of next summer, Puffy will be eligible for the halfway house. Probably in his place. Well, I don't really know the way they've been doing them. He probably will opt to go to home confinement with an ankle monitor instead of going to a halfway house. That's what I would think. But you never know with the BOP. They may make him go to a halfway house, maybe in Newark or Elizabeth down there on Freeland-Heisen Avenue. I don't know. But most likely he'll come home and do the remainder of his sentence at home. He has 5 years supervised release, which is customary, where he'll have to admit it. As soon as he gets out, within 72 hours, he'll have to report to his probation officer, which will probably be in Newark, New Jersey. Check in, and the probation officer is going to ask him, do you got a job? Where you staying? I need to come and see your residence. I need to come and do an inspection of where you live. You know, he's going to tell him, of course I got a job. I have my own company. Here's my paycheck. You can come by my house. The probation officer will make a trip to his house, probably unannounced, come inside, look around, and then leave. That's what they did to me. That's what they do to everybody. What Puffy is going through is what every inmate goes through, whether you're a famous celebrity like Puff or you a nigga from underneath the bridge sleeping at the bus station. You know, they all get treated the same. He's getting no special treatment. And, you know, don't let these other shock jock, I always forget that word, tabloid YouTubers make you think that somehow he is being punished more severely than the rest of the prisoners in the BOP. Not true. They're all treated the same. He's got 5 years supervised release. He'll probably get cut away probably after 2 years on paper. When he's on his supervised release, once he does his halfway house time, they'll cut off the ankle monitor. He'll be on paper. When you're on paper with the feds, you're still effectively in prison, right? You can't get arrested. You can't commit no more crimes. If you get arrested or commit more crimes, they will violate your supervised release, your probation, and send you back to the prison from where you got released to finish the remainder of your sentence, which in Puff's case would be 5 years. Niggas on the compound in Fort Dix, you know, the word is already out. You know, don't give Puff no cell phone. Don't give him no food. When you're in the drug program is very strict. You know, nobody can gift you sneakers. Nobody can gift you food. Nobody can gift you anything, because that can be considered a violation in the drug program. If he was in general population and a nigga wanted to come up and say, yo, Puff, here go a pair of sneakers for you. Here goes some sweats. You know what I'm saying? Some sweatpants for you to work out in, some shower shoes. You know, here you go, you 2 soups. You know, if he was in general population, that would be fine. That is not a problem. But inside the drug program, he can't accept anything from anybody because, you know, in the drug program too, there are a lot of rats in there. It's encouraged, when you go into Rdap, it's encouraged that you tell on other members in the drug program who are gambling, smoking cigarettes, stealing out of the kitchen. If they're doing anything wrong, it's encouraged by the counselors in the drug program that you turn your fellow drug program members in. They call it pull-ups. It's ratting, right? You're supposed to mind your business. But that's the type of situation that he's in. I've already put out word to Puff that, listen, don't accept nothing from nobody. I've done videos on that. The COs are gonna try. Everybody's gonna try to get up under Puff. Yo, I rap. Check me out. Let me bust a rhyme for you. Check my freestyle out. Check out these raps I wrote. You know, niggas gonna be trying to get up under him. You know, and a lot of them are gonna mean well. A lot of the dudes in Fort Dix respect Puff. They respect his manhood, right? His masculinity, for him standing up for himself and going to trial. That's respected off the rip across the entire BOP, whether he was going to a USP or a camp. When you go to trial and win, that's a stripe amongst the inmates in the federal prison system. When you don't tell, when you don't rap, that's another stripe for you within the federal BOP system. Puffy has both. So he is going to be fine. Like I say, at Fort Dix, the New York and New Jersey car is strong. So they're going to, you know, he's going to be fine. The black New York and New Jersey car is pretty big in Fort Dix, so he should be fine. But I'm glad he got transferred out of Fort Dix. Now he's gonna have more fun in Fort Dix than he was having in MDC Brooklyn, and he'll have more time to think and reflect and to plan his strategy to come back. Doing time in the county jail or like a place like MDC Brooklyn or a precinct is the worst kind of time you can do. Like, I'm in this hotel room. Like, MDC Brooklyn would be a room maybe two sizes the size of this, but with 25 dudes in it, right? With 25 cots. You don't get to go outside. You don't see the sunlight. You don't get no fresh air. The washing machine is broke. There's no running water. You know, the TV is broke. And you're stuck in this same cell with these 25 men 24/7, 365. When you get shipped out and you get to a prison, right? Puffy's probably gonna be in a dorm with maybe 100-something dudes. He's gonna be on a bunk bed, probably the bottom bunk or the top bunk, most likely the top bunk because he's new. And he can go watch TV. He can go walk the track. He could go play handball. He could go to the gym and shoot basketball. He could go to the library, read the paper. He could go get a book from the library. He can go, you know, do calisthenics in rec. He could go get on a spin bike. He could get the treadmill. I don't know if they got weights at Fort Dix. I don't think so. But he's free to move. He's free to move and do things. And this is a whole lot better than for MDC Brooklyn. So it's a step in the right direction. And like I say, it's a move forward for Puff to closer to him getting reunited with his family, and another step closer to him beginning his comeback. The comeback's already begun, but for him to actually put the plan into motion upon his release. So I'm looking at 2026 as when he'll be out. He's not gonna get, you know, some people already done told him niggas in there, so yo, don't give him no cell phone, don't give him no contraband. There's some niggas in there that's looking out for him and protecting him for what he don't know, for his ignorance of the prison situation, which he will learn quick. The prison politics and the prison behavior and the prison life, you adapt to that quick. But in his case, it's gonna be some niggas that's gonna make niggas like, yo, don't leave him alone. Don't put him in no position where he can get him a 300 series shot, a 200 series shot, or a 100 series shot. Take his good time, take his phone privileges, you know, that kind of thing. Restrict his commissary, you know, because that's what we don't want. My opinion, I believe that the feds will send hot dudes at him. And when I say the word hot, inside the federal BOP, a nigga that's hot is a rat. He's an informant. And you have those in prison as inmates. And the BOP, the prosecution, will put them in the cell with you. We'll put them in the same unit with you. We'll put them in the drug program with you. And their sole purpose will be to persuade you and entice you to do something wrong, and then they report back to the prosecutors, get you in trouble, get you a 100 series shot, 200 series shot, maybe put in the shoe, maybe shipped off the compound, lose your good time, while the hot nigga, the rat, gets his time cut because he's working for the prosecution or already had his time cut, and this is his job to work off the time cut that he got with the feds. So those dudes are gonna be shooting at Puff, and you know, I just hope that he doesn't you know, fall victim to that. I don't think he will. What I did learn about Puff at the trial, like I say, I don't know Puff, I never met him. What I did learn about him at the trial is that he's no sucker, and he's not a punk, and he's very smart. So with that, and some dudes in there looking out for him, you know what I'm saying, making sure, because it's dudes in there, it's inmates in there that want to see him win too. It's inmates in there that watched the trial and knows he got jerked too. There's inmates in there that watched the whole trial and read the paperwork and read the transcript and knows that, you know what I'm saying, he should have never been convicted in the first place, should have never even had charges brought in the first place. So they empathize with that because, like I say, they know how the feds work, and some of them got jerked by the feds too. So some of them dudes in there, especially with the long sentences, they're gonna make sure that he's gonna be okay, and he's gonna meet some good dudes in there. Probably make some friends in there that are gonna be lifelong friends, and you know, I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? And he is gonna do well. That's a fact. And I'm looking forward to him doing his thing. And as I get more to report, I will get back to you. But for right now, shout out to Puffy and his family. Puff, I'm proud of you, man, and looking forward to you coming through this with flying colors and getting up out of there, you know what I'm saying, and stepping back to the throne as the king of New York, as the king of hip hop. Your street cred is through the roof. You understand? This is what these niggas rap about in their raps about fed niggas, right? Now you really won. You didn't rat, you went to trial, you won in New York City in the most high profile trial ever in the history of this country. Got denied bail 5 times, got over sentenced, first offender enhanced 13 levels, unheard of, and you doing your time like a man. You ain't whining, you ain't crying, you understand? And you're gonna go through here and you're gonna survive this. And all this is gonna do is just stamp you certified and give you another stripe. You understand? And you can't cancel nobody as big as you, Puff. You can't cancel nobody. You can't be canceled. How? Brands need you more than you need them. You understand? And you got the best legal team in the world. They saved your life. You understand? You got the flyest YouTube nigga in the world. You understand? Covering it for you. I helped save your life too. You understand? And I'm pulling for you, man. So when you get out, you locked in, right? While you sitting in there, write your autobiography. While you in FCI Fort Dix, write your autobiography. So you can sign you a $10 million, $20 million book deal, $50 million book deal as soon as you get out. plus you want $1 a book, you understand? Write your first album. Write you an album, because these niggas out here saying you ain't no lyricist, you ain't no writer, that everybody wrote your rhymes for you, you understand? And that you sample other people's music, you can't make beats. So this is what you do. While you sitting in there, you write you an album, 10 or 12 songs, written, produced, and directed by Puff. And you do the beats when you get out. Tell them the whole act, you understand? Also, while you in there, you write your biopic, your movie, silver screen, right? It's gonna be bigger than Tupac's movie, gonna be bigger than Straight Outta Compton, gonna be bigger than American Gangster, gonna be bigger. You probably gonna have the biggest foundational Black American movie ever in the history of film, and you direct it, and you star in it. You understand? So you got a 3-pronged comeback. Your autobiography, the written book, on paper, and the audio joint, and the audio joint, and the audio. Then you write an album. You and Kanye West go in the studio, you stay in there 30 days, make the beats, boom, put your album out. Then you write a movie, and you direct the movie. You be in the movie. Come on, man. Tall dollars, man. Tall dollars. Tall dollars. So it don't never stop. You understand? And sometimes, Puff, we got to crash and burn in order to get right. Right? Sometimes we got to lose everything in order to appreciate everything. Your daughters are going to be fine. Your boys are going to be fine. Your mother is going to live. She's going to survive your time in prison. You're going to get to see her outside of the prison walls. I know they're going to come visit you. You know, I hope you don't get too distracted by the visits, having visits all the time. You know, I really hope that you sit down in there and you reflect on where you are, right? And what part you played to put yourself in this situation. Yeah, you got fucked over. People jerked you and stabbed you in the back, betrayed you. But at the end of the day, you chose these people and you selected these people to be a part of your cipher. And these people probably showed you red flags that they were no good, but you ignored the red flags, and now here we are. But don't be ashamed. Hold your head high. Put your chest up. Get your chin off your chest. Put your shoulders up. You understand? And look like something, man. You're supposed to come out of there with some abs. You're supposed to come out of Fort Dix with some abs, with that fad look, man. You're supposed to come out of there in the best shape that you ever been in your life. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. You understand? And I know you will. I'm pulling for you. But I got to go catch this flight, man. I'm stuck out here in Chicago, man. Peace.